Diane in Denmark here, rah, rah, rah. Why am I doing another voiceover today? Well, in Denmark we are on lockdown and you'll need to be very quiet because my husband is working next door and the kids are online upstairs for school. So anyway, hey ho, just let me put down my pom-poms. We're going to carry on regardless. I'm going to wash my hands and get my pinny on, my apron, and I'm going to start cooking dinner. Oh, and you want to know what dinner is? It's a twist on shepherd's pie. So here's a wee look at it for you and let's get going. So I'm going to use a wee bit of oil or butter and I'm going to fry off some chopped onion and chopped carrot. Just use whatever you have, any kind of root vegetables is good for this. And I like to have a wee place to put my spoon, so I always put a dish on the side of the stove so I'm not making it all messy. And then we're going to add some garlic. You can either use garlic salt or you can use fresh garlic. I've got the stuff in the jar, the garlic paste. That's really useful for us because we use a lot of garlic. And then I'm adding in some mince. Now you can use mince. I've got minced lamb. You could use minced beef. You could add some soy mince, make it vegetarian. And we're just going to cook that until the minced beef or whatever you're using is cooked. So in there I've got carrot, onion and the mince, and then I'm going to add in a tin of chopped tomatoes. And my granny and my mum, whenever they use tins of chopped tomatoes, they always add a wee bit of sugar because sometimes the tomatoes can be a wee bit acidic. So I'm just going to add a teaspoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down. Right, in with that. And then the next thing that I'm going to add is some cream cheese. Now you can use plain cream cheese, or you can use, there's a plain one, or you can use cream cheese that's got some kind of extra herbs and flavours in it. I'm going with the one that I've got here has got sun-dried tomatoes and some herbs in it. You can of course use the plain cream cheese, and maybe you've got some extra dried herbs at home or fresh herbs. Use whatever you have. Remember, this is like a pantry, and whatever you've got in your store cupboards and fridge recipe. And at this point I would turn the heat down. We don't want to boil this, we're just wanting to get it nice and creamy. And we're going to be topping it with some nice potatoes. Now, I've boiled some potatoes. Of course, if you've got leftover potatoes, that's great. These ones are really, really hot, so I'm just going to leave them for a wee minute and get my knife ready. I'm going to be slicing them up. Chop, chop, chop. You can see them there. Anyway, they're very hot. The alternative, of course, is you could use some instant mashed potato. That's fine too. Or as I said, leftover ones. Anyway, here is my mixture. Let me just show you the mixture. This is the mince mixture, and I'm just adding a wee bit of salt and pepper. Remember, and taste it before you put it into your oven dish. And here's my potatoes. Now I've started slicing up potatoes, and what I try and do is, I'll just show you here, I slice up a potato, and mind your fingers, and they are really hot. You might want to do it when it's cooled down a bit. And then what I do is I kind of put it onto my knife and then kind of spread them out, and then that just makes it easier. But it doesn't always go to plan. So don't worry about it looking too kind of chefy. I mean, it is, after all. And just to show you, here's one that kind of crumbled, but I actually quite like the crumbled potatoes as well. And before I put in the oven, I like to drizzle over just a wee bit of olive oil on the top and put a wee bit of freshly crushed black pepper and salt. There we are. And you could add a wee sprinkle of herbs on the top, maybe, I don't know, some rosemary. And while it's in the oven, I'm going to do a pupa, pick up and put away, and get that tidied up. And then that's going to be popped into the oven, 200 degrees Celsius, which is about 400 Fahrenheit. It'll take about 20 minutes, depending on if you've just cooked the mixture or if you've maybe prepared it in the morning and are heating it up in the evening. And you want it nice and crispy. And then just a few fresh herbs on the top. And voila, dinner is ready to be served. And all I've got left to say is live long and prosper. May the Danish hygge be with you. Table is set for dinner. And better give you a pom-pom shake. Ra, ra, ra. Oh, and remember, after you've eaten dinner, shine out that sink, and I'll see you very soon. Okay, bye for now.